Good morning, Reefers. I'm driving from Philly back home. I had an audition, and of course, they put it in the worst place in Philly. Um, Seriously, they should make the audition somewhere away from all the traffic. But I had a commercial for some Penn State hospital thing, so I had to go in as the dad role. So that's what I was doing. I do get those calls every once in a while, and I decide to take them or not. And this time, I just decided to. It's always good to go practice something. So, I guess I have better internet service here in Philly than I do out where I live. It always choppy. So anytime I try to do a YouTube video or live, it just cuts out. So at least here in Philly, I have some internet access, it seems like. So I picked up the key to the mailbox. That was pretty awesome. Very monumental. So I now have the store key and I have the key for the mailbox. So that's cool. Now tomorrow I'll be going up to Connecticut and probably sit in the same traffic just like this. That's why I'm going up the night before to set up for the swap, for the Fragtoberfest Connecticut Reef Society swap. So that's going to be pretty awesome. That'll be a great time. I can't believe there's so many trucks. I have a giant truck and yeah, I drive it like it's a little sports car. So there's so much construction. The roads are always ripped up here in Philly. You never know. Every time it's going to be something different. So you just take the good with the bad. I have my cell phone charger this time, so I feel a little bit more confident. Yeah, I don't want to hold this anymore. So, yeah, I just wanted to say something this morning. Since I was over at the store, I was trying to post, and like I said, I lost internet service right in the middle of me trying to do a video. So that got cut off unexpectedly, but I'm gonna keep trying. So right now we are waiting on permits. We are, yeah, the frag swaps are awesome. They're definitely, if you haven't been to one, they are unbelievable. Not to mention just it's a great group of people hanging out. So yeah, good stuff. Yeah, I love traffic. So I can't wait to have a Tesla where I don't have to drive. That'll be so much easier. But anyway, like I said, I'm just trying to move forward. I will do another video tomorrow when I'm packing up, letting you guys know what I'm bringing. So Douglas, Texas. There's no swaps in Texas. I'm surprised. I sell more corals to Texas than probably anywhere. And out of all the states, California and Texas are probably where I ship the most. So we'll have to start something there. Invite us. We'll come down. We'll host a swap in Texas. That would be pretty cool. Now would be a good time for question and answers. Anybody has a question, feel free to text me. I'll take it live. We're taking phone calls.
In 800 feet 76 west, West 30 Welly Forge. Use the left 2 lanes to take the I-76 west exit.
So I'm curious if you guys can hear that. Got my GPS on. Yeah, I don't know Texas. I have not been to Texas, and I need to visit. So that would be a fun experience. I just merged just to get stuck in another lane of traffic. So here's Philly. Anyone who's interested. That's all it is. This is famous Boathouse Row actually over here. This is where all the colleges, they do all the cruise. I don't do all that stuff on that side. Let's see if I can split my Cameras around, so you don't have to look at me. There it is over there. I think there's like Villanova, Penn, and all kinds of fun colleges. Yeah, if you ever have time, Philly's a great place to visit. You just have to have lots of time. The zoo's over here. And I'm afraid I'm going to go down a dead-end street with a truck. I mean, luckily I have here and I can back this thing up, but yeah, I would not want to 18-wheeler in Philly. Even driving that truck right there is too big.
In 2 miles, use the left lane to take exit 339 for US 1 South toward City Avenue.
So those of you who are just like listening in and tuning in at any moment while I have signal, the progress we have right now in the store, we are just waiting on permits to be approved for the township. So we submitted our architect and engineering blueprints for the construction, but now we're waiting on our general contractor to give us the appraisal estimates so he can submit the papers for permit approval. So there's so many little things in the background. Like I really can't even go in there and paint or do anything I want to until I get permission. So even though technically we own the building and it's ours, you always have to follow the township's rules. So one of the things we wanted was a nice location, a nice retail place around food, since we are going to be a sit-in chill spot, with the internet cafe, our store is definitely going to be a destination store. So people are going to be coming in and chilling and hanging out probably for 2 hours at a time, 3 hours at a time. So that's one of the reasons why we wanted to entertain people, have food for them, especially if they're from out of town. All right, where do I want to go?
In a quarter mile, use the left lane to take
locomotives.
exit 339
Oh,
for US
damn.
1 South toward
Douglas,
City
that sounds awesome. Yeah, a train is heavy. That's a lot of responsibility. Don't crash. So let's see, what else?
Use the left lane to take exit 339.
I'll just sit here. I'm in traffic. I could drive around. Like, there's 80 million ways to get to the same place around here. So depending on how desperate you are to cut off time.
Head north on I-76 West. You are in an 11-minute slowdown caused by a crash.
Thank you. That's very informative. Just what I needed to know. Yeah, Reef is definitely a good show, and they just keep getting better. So that's pretty cool. Whoop, I forgot my fingers in front of that thing. See, you guys just get to watch traffic. I'm sorry if this is not entertaining. It's actually making my go faster, so definitely distracting. Yeah, if you're going to go to Reefapalooza, get those special passes and show up early. That's the best way to go. Pay the $100 and get the pre-pass, because then you'll be able to look at all the cool corals before everyone else purchases them. Hey, it doesn't matter where you look. There's cars everywhere. So how long will people listen to silence before they tune out? They're waiting for something interesting to happen. So yeah. The website is down, and like I said, we're working on that. And in the meantime, people who want to purchase products and help keep us in business while the store is closed, and we're working on that, we do offer products on eBay, and we will send out invoices. So, got to make sure my tank is in shape. Yeah, yeah. If you're gonna spend a lot of money, you want to make sure your corals are gonna survive. So, do your water testing beforehand, and make sure it's all ready. Even though I think the flow is more important than the water. I mean, you can do a water change before you go and freshen up your system. I always do that. Change my carbon, GFO, do a water change, siphon out all the detritus. Gives your tank a nice little kick, a little refresh. So, one of the things I've been debating on, crazy debating, is should I suck out the sand? I really want to get rid of the sand. And I'm just tired of, like I said, the fish digging in the sand, and it's always trapping food and stuff, and then it just blows around. So let's see what happens. Rotate device. So I wonder if I could just cover the bottom with rock anemones or zoanthids or something pretty instead of putting sand in my tank. I love the invertebrates and how they react, and they bury the Nasaria snails and the sand sifters and all that cool stuff. But I mean, it's beautiful, but at the time, I just think it's such a pain. So there you guys go. All right, I did live for 12 minutes and 55 seconds. That's my record for live. Those of you who are watching, I appreciate it. I'll try to do some this weekend in Connecticut for you. So I will be in traffic for another half hour. I'll try to take care of some emails while I'm definitely rid of the black sand. Yeah, the black sand, mine's magnetic. And that's one of the biggest problems I'm having is the black sand I have is magnetic, and it's very, very tiny. So it's not like a gravel. It's like, it gets stuck in between my scraper. It drives me absolutely crazy. So, But yeah, I don't know if I guess I have to do sand in the store because I'm going to sell sand and I want to display it. But at home, I'm definitely going to try to switch over to a bare bottom tank. And then I'm going to redo my aquascaping one more time with the new custom rocks. I'm making reef-like frag racks, but they come off. So if a coral encrusts and I need to cut it and frag it and it's worth $1,000, I don't want to cut into my frag rocks. I want to be able to like lift it out one time. Thanks, truck. Could have let me in. You didn't. Fantastic. You got porta potties. Those are important. I guess people need your porta potties. That's what they're delivering. There's a wonderful view over there. So this is 76. This road is extremely dangerous. You will find things flying off people's cars, mattresses. People are always dropping furniture off the back of their car. So that's why it does help when you pay a professional. Sometimes it's better than doing it yourself. It's like moving a fish tank. Seriously, find someone who can move your tank for you. If it's a big tank, get a couple people. Sometimes tackling a project.